Yes, people, this is Invest and Prosper. I'm your host, Marcus, and let me just talk a bit about the book that I've got today that I invested in. I think it was about a year ago, 2 years ago, I can't really remember. But this book is absolutely sick. It's one of the books that made me kind of find my purpose, if you know what I mean. It's one of the books that kind of made me want to do something that made me want to contribute to the world, you know what I mean? Because the guy who wrote the book, fam, he's got a YouTube channel, but he's not just an author. You get me? He's like a life coach. So he'll help you and he'll teach you stuff. You know what I mean? And you just just watching his videos, just getting value and getting value and getting value, fam. You know what I mean? And even I thought, yo, you know what I mean? The book's not necessarily a business book, but it has business principles in it. You get what I mean? So you can learn from it same way. But let me just show you the book right here, bro. You get what I'm saying? You know them ones. But let me just show you the book so you know what I'm going. But this is the book here, fam. How to be a 3% man. Learn pick-up, dating and relationship secrets that only 3% of the world's men know about being successful with women. You know what I mean? So this book, blood, is sick. Hands down, blood, it's one of the most sickest books I've ever read, fam. I can't even lie to you, fam. The book's sick. You know what I mean? His content's sick, but the book's sick. You know what I mean? I'm one of them, you know what I mean? It's not been too much of a problem for me. Yeah, when I was younger, getting women was a problem, fam. It wasn't easy, you know what I mean? I didn't really know what to do. I had to watch people and see what they were doing, and then I kind of got the gist of it. You know what I mean? I just modeled what they were doing and then did it for myself. But, you know what I mean? If you're one of them dons, fam, and shit don't really work for you, like Alex off of Love Island, fam, if you're like him, you just don't get it, fam, that book there will just kind of sort you out, you know what I mean? And stop believing all these myths that people tell you as well, because half of them don't make sense, you know what I mean? Oh, if a girl does this on the first night, then blah blah blah, fam, blah with that. You get what I'm saying? Those are myths. Here's what Grant Cardone once said: 2% of sales are done on the first call. You know what I mean? The rest are done on follow-ups. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it works. That's how the world works, fam. And whether you like it or not, fam, getting a girl is sales, fam. It's sales, it's all sales, fam. The guy even says it in this book, it's sales. But let me talk about Corey Wayne for a second. So he's a life coach, yeah? And he helps men, get out there, you know what I mean? I've seen a video, one of his first videos, where he's with some guys and he's sending them outside. They're in the mall and he's sending them out to go and talk to women, you get what I mean? He says even if you don't like doing it, just get into the gist of talking, starting small conversations that lead down a thingy and follow them and lead them to where you want them to go. And that's what you really have to do. And he's a sick guy because I think he did real estate as well, he did construction. But anyway, you can find all that out on YouTube, you know what I mean? But let me give you an overview of the book. So the book is basically about how to get women, bro. And I don't care if you have a sick guy with girl, then look, your game can always be tightened. You know what I mean? You can always get your game a bit better. Of course, you may know more, but fam, it's good to hear that somebody else is doing the same thing as you're doing. If you've read the book and you think, oh, I knew all that stuff is read, it's good reassurance to know, you know what I mean, that someone else is like you and doing the same thing, and you know that you're doing right. But you might pick up one tip in the book that works, you never know, you know what I mean? So I'd advise getting it. But yeah, the book's for dating novices who just don't get it. The book's for, I'd say, alpha males as well, who just want to tighten the game, who know they can always be beat, but they want to just, you know what I mean, just get a bit better. And the intermediates as well, you know what I mean. But it's good hands down anyway. And if you want to understand, he even talks about with life, yeah, how you should always be on your purpose. If you're a man, fam, you should be doing your purpose, fam. And naturally, you can just attract women just by doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like rappers, you see it on the comments, fam. Y'all them love our eyes and all that bullshit there. You get what I'm saying? And they're just naturally just wanting to come. They don't even know the person, fam. But it's just what success attracts. So he's saying, just be on your purpose, do your mission, concentrate on your mission, and go for it, and keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and see what comes from it. You know what I mean? But yeah, what am I going to talk about next now, because I'm forgetting. I usually have a little note thingy with me, but I've left it. So yeah, I've talked about overview. Let me talk about who this book's for. Well, in fact, I've just told you who the book's for. So let me go into some of the benefits that I got from the book. So, boom, one of the benefits is this dating thing is basically sales and market. You've got to get yourself out there. The more people that are aware of you, the more better your chances are. If you go out there and you get more numbers, there's more chances of that person falling you. Whereas if you're just sticking to one woman and just trying it, fam, you're more likely to push her away for one, and your chances of success are not that likely, you know what I mean? Now apply that to business, right? If you're out there and say you've got a photography business, right, and you're just marketing to one person, wouldn't it be better to market to 50 people and try to get 50 people and one might say yes? You know what I'm saying? You have to go out there and you have to go through, this is what he says, you have to go through the no's to get to the yeses, and that's simple, fam. It's simple, it's common, it's principles that we should all know. I think when we're little and that, like, we should be took outside and taught to go for the opportunity that we want to go for. If we see a beautiful girl, you know what I mean, and I'm guilty of this, fam. Let me tell you let me tell you my story before I go into more benefits, yeah? My story was this, fam. I've always been the guy to, like, before I was shit, fam, I always tried, fam. I got, every now and then I get something, but it wasn't too serious, yeah? I stumbled across this guy on YouTube, fam. I started watching his content, soon enough I developed, like, this aura. I don't even know what it was, fam, and I was just on my purpose, fam. I was just trying to get where I was trying to go, and I developed this aura, and then I just noticed, fam, just opportunities just kept coming to me, fam. Just kept coming to me. But then I ended up getting in a relationship, fam, and to be honest, fam, the girl didn't get it easy because I had a lot of options, so it wasn't like I'm just being desperate and jumping into it, yeah? I had a lot of options, fam, at the time. I'm not saying this to boast, I'm just telling you the truth. I had a lot of options at the time, so the girls, we've got into it now, it's lasted 3 years, but when things started to go downhill, yeah, I stopped watching this. I thought I was too sick, yeah, and I stopped watching this guy's content. I didn't even have the book then, in fact, but I stopped watching this guy's content, and slowly my bad habits started to come back. Now, what happened was I was at uni, I was doing a lot of work, and I couldn't give her the attention that she wanted, which is one of the things that he talks about. So when you can't do that, fam, shit starts to deteriorate, and somebody else is round the corner. Now, what a lot of girls do is they'll move on to someone while they're still with you, but they won't tell you till the last minute, and then they'll decide to take the leap. You know what I mean? Monkey bar thing. You're holding on to this thingy, but you don't. Until you get a firm grasp on this, you don't let go of that. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it worked, fam. But what it did, that didn't hit man hard when she broke up with man. What hit man hard was, basically, I seen like a picture on Facebook like 2 weeks later with them two together, fam. And the thing is, the gal had mentioned this person, you know what I mean? But I just had to take the L, fam. You know what I mean? And it did hurt, fam. I'm not gonna lie, fam. It hurt. It's one of them things that hurts you, fam. I didn't even think it would hurt, man. I thought I was just bare hard and that, but yo, it kind of hurt, man. Man didn't cry and that. Man might have had a little one twinkle, you get me? But after that, fam, I got back onto this guy's content. I looked and I started flipping, learning from him, you know what I mean? And then I got the book, fam. And then it was mad. The reason why I wanted the book was because I've never been the guy who girls end a relationship. I'm usually the one who ends a relationship and finds something else, you know what I mean? And this one time, fam, this happened to me, so I wanted to know why. I wanted to understand it. Because I couldn't fathom it. I couldn't get it. I didn't understand. So I've read it now and I've seen all the mistakes I was making, and it's like, oh, and blood, I'll tell you straight, I've read this book 10 times, fam, in the same year. You get what I mean? Because it says, when you read a book, only 7% of the knowledge stays there. So if you read it 10 times, it might be 70%, you know what I mean? And I really studied this book, fam, because I really wanted to know. So I've done it now, and soon enough, fam, I'm back on the road, I'm getting thingy, I've gone through that negative emotional part, and I'm back on track, you know what I mean? I'm going out there, I'm approaching, I'm learning, you know what I mean, brother? And it kind of turned me into a new man, and I've got back to myself, you know what I mean? And it's just one of them things. And eventually the girl did come back, fam. He's got a thing on his page, on his website and on his YouTube called 7 Steps to Getting an X-Back, fam. I followed each one of them steps and it worked, fam. You know what I mean? And if you just follow him, fam, I guarantee you apply his principles and his principles will work. I guarantee you that 110%. 110%. But yeah, that was my story, fam. You know what I mean? That was my story, and that's why I ended up getting the book. It caused me immense trauma for me to get the book. Before I was alright, I was coursing and I didn't think I needed it. Immense trauma caused me to reach out and grab this book and learn the principles in it. And I'm glad I did, fam. You know what I mean? I don't look back on it. I'm glad I did. But yeah, like what I was saying, fam. So yeah, yo, the camera died. So I'm back again now. I just had to run, you get what I'm saying? Yo, if anybody knows any good batteries for a Canon 550D, let me know, car. I've got 4 batteries, yo, 3 of them cut out all the time, 1 works good, so just let me know in the comments. But yo, one of the other benefits that the book taught me was you got to go through the no's to get to the yeses, you know what I mean? You've got to go through loads of people to get to the yes that you want. If you're an actor, you've got to go through loads of people who are going to turn you down. They're not going to see the potential in you, but you might go to one who sees the potential in you and says, you know what, yeah, I'm hiring him. If you're going to loads of girls, you might go to 5 girls that night, and all of them 5 might say no. You should have gone to 10. One of them in 10, 2 of them in 10 might have said yes, you know what I mean? You've got to go through the no's to get to the yeses. If you've got a business idea that you're trying to pitch, yo, the sun's come back out, I had to switch to a jumper, fam. But yo, if you've got a business idea that you're trying to pitch, you've got to go out there and you've got to pitch it, you know what I mean? You've got to elevate a pitch, you've got to talk to loads of investors and try and get them to see into your way of thinking and see how you can take it, see how you can push it, see how passionate you are about it, see how Bex with the win, see how you can develop it and you can make it into a big thing and you can make it work for both of these people, you know what I mean? You've got to be able to do that. So that's one thing that I learned from that. Another thing that I learned was what to say when you approach, and the thing is, people always say you need chat up lines and you need to say certain things, and the truth is you don't. The truth is you just need to go up there, be confident, start a normal conversation, prove you're not a flipping weirdo, and just talk, you know what I mean? There's no big flipping magical word that you're going to say that's going to make them jump into bed with your fam. It's not going to work, you know what I mean? You just need to get out there and approach. And the more you do it, the more you get better at it, the more they'll be able to tell that you do this thing regularly. They'll see that you're confident, they'll see you really go for what you want, and that's ultimately what they want, you know what I mean? They don't want somebody who's a bit weird or who's insecure or anything like that. They want a nice, confident, strong male, you get what I'm saying? Because that's who they'd rather have the kids with. It goes down to children and mating, you know what I mean? The more chance that the offspring will stay alive, that kind of thing. So that's why you want to you just want to approach and just get comfortable with approaching. Practice, right? Body language, that's another one. Body language, tonality, and words. They say words is 10%, it only counts 10%. A bigger thing than words is tonality. Tonality, I think that's around about 20%. The other 60 or 70% or whatever it is, I know one's 20, 30, one's 20 or 30%, and then the other one's 60 or 70%. But the biggest one is body language, how you speak when you're speaking, you know what I mean? How you show your facial expressions, your eye contact, all of them things matter when you're talking to women. It matters when you're talking to investors, because if you're just looking shady and you're talking and you can't make eye contact, you look down, you don't look confident, you don't look comfortable, you don't look certain in yourself that you can provide value and that you can really have a business that you can take to the next level, you know what I mean? You don't look, the girl's not going to trust you, you know what I mean? She can't see it in you. You need to be confident. You need to show to everybody around you and the people who you're trying to get to your way of thinking that you are this person, I am this person, I am dominant, I'm aggressive, and I go for what I want. That's who you're trying to be. You need to show that. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is don't be a pushover, fam. Don't let people push you over. If you ask a girl what she doing this night and she tries to change plans, don't do it. You get what I'm saying? Stick to the plan. Sometimes there might be a logical reason, yeah, more. Sometimes there might be, but sometimes they're just testing your strength. You know what I mean? And don't just let them get away with murder, because if you do, they're not going to respect you, fam. The biggest thing is reputation is a very, very big thing, fam. You know what I mean? And you got to have people respect you. If they don't respect you, they're going to take advantage of you, fam. And fam, you see it all the time. Rich people get took advantage of by the pretty women. And to be honest, fam, no way, I don't blame them. You know what I mean? You should have been sharper. You should have prepared for it. People should have prepared you for it. You know what I mean? But it happens, fam. It happens. Polarity, right? Polarity is, there's masculine energy and there's feminine energy, right? This is something that I didn't know. And basically, feminine energy grows through praise, like compliments and all of them kind of things, whereas masculine energy, they say, grows through challenge, struggle, purpose, driven, all of that kind of thing, you know what I mean? And if you're acting like a bitch and you're complaining and doing all the things that women do, then she's not going to see you as strong and a fit person, you know what I mean? She's going to want to leave. She's going to be thinking, it's alright if you say, I had this thing, this problem and I overcame it and blah blah blah, but if you're just saying, oh, I'm stuck here and my business ain't going well and all of them things, fam, it's not going to go well. I've done this, I've probably said once, fam, and that was at my lowest point, fam, you know what I mean? And, fam, that was around about the time when the girl left, fam, you know what I mean? But you can't be like that, fam. No matter what, don't be like that. And even if girls tell you that they like people who show their emotions, tell them to fuck off, fam, because that shit is not true, fam. You need to be real, you need to be raw, you need to be yourself, you need to be strong, you need to know whatever challenge comes up, I can get through it. People have gone through worse and I can definitely get through this. Another one that I learned is men should test. We shouldn't just let people, like, you know what I mean? Girls always test, whether you like it or not, and whether they're even aware of it or not, fam. Girls always test, but with men, fam, we're kind of more easy, you know what I mean? Because I think it's because we don't it depends. If you're successful and all that, then more chances come your way. You probably will screen and test a bit more, but even so, sometimes if they slap it on you, fam, you might be a bit vulnerable, you know what I mean? We should test to see if this girl's really got our best interest at heart. We've got to test them with something smart. And this don't just go for women as well. This goes for like business partners, people we're friends with. We've got to test them to see if, because loads of people are just looking out for themselves, fam, and we want to know if they're really looking out for us, you know what I mean? Don't just be so simple, fam, and think the world's going to help you, fam, because loads of people have their own ulterior motives, you know what I mean? And you've got to watch out for that. The next one is 3% of men know what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? 3% of men, that's not many, fam. So if you know all these principles in what's in this book, fam, you're ahead of 97%. 97% will go out there and wipe themselves out because they don't know what they're doing. And you know what the maddest thing is? The book says 3% of women know what they're doing as well. Which means, fam, I'm guilty of this. I used to think I was doing everything wrong with girls because I'm thinking, why am I not doing everything? Why is this not working for them? Fam, and the truth is 97% of women don't even know what they're doing. If you get into a relationship with a woman, fam, some of them don't know what they're doing, fam. Some of them are just lost. Some of them just don't get it, fam. So, you know what I mean? There is that 3% out there, fam, and it's hard to find that 3%, you know what I mean? Because even with me, I thought to myself, yo, there's nothing out there that can make me stay, fam. Boy, were I wrong, because something made me stay, but flipping. And I'm a wild one, fam. I'm a wild one. You get, I'm reckless. I'm a wild one, fam. You get what I mean? And blood. I think when you meet that 3% and that merges with you, fam, it's hard. It's hard to get rid of them. You get me, fam? It's hard to get rid of them, fam. So flipping, yeah, 3%, fam. So if you know that, fam, your competition out there, fam, if you know principles in this book, your competition can't really keep up with you, fam. Trust me, fam. Trust me. Most of them will wipe themselves out. If the girl's not on it straight away, she might be on it a few months down because she's gone around, tested. No one's been able to do what you were doing. She's coming back. You know what I mean? It happens, fam. Trust me. Exes do it all the time. So just remember that. Purpose. A man's got to have a purpose, fam. He's got to be knowing what he wants, you know what I mean? You've got to have your idea and you've got to go for it, you know what I mean? Don't just be chasing women, because alternatively they'd rather chase you, fam. If you get successful, they will come to you. They will put themselves in the circle to get to you. They'll put themselves in places to get around you, you know what I mean? And it's better to just attract somebody normally like that, you know what I mean, rather than you pursuing. Because when you're pursuing, fam, they're going to think there's not really much value to this guy because he's chasing me, he's chasing that, you know what I mean? Try and become valuable and let people come to you, fam. It's less work, you know what I mean? Try and be successful, make it your duty to be successful, fam. And practice with women, fam. Just practice talking to them. Just get used to talking. Get used to little small talking. You know what I mean? You never know, fam. They might be into business and flipping. They could have a business that could help you, and you get talking. You might not necessarily go out with them, but on the other end, you might have just met a customer who gives you 10,000, 20,000 a month. You know what I mean? So just try it, fam. Just get used to talking and starting them little conversations off, noticing little things and just going into a normal conversation, you know what I mean? Don't have to be a big thing that you say either. You could be in a queue and you could be like, oh, this queue's long, innit? Yeah. Do you always come in? Blah, blah, blah. And you're rolling, you know what I mean? It's not hard, fam. Don't contemplate loads of things. Just think, yo, I'm going to go there and I'm just going to open up and make a conversation. So, boom, the next one that I learned is you got to become the person that you want to attract, fam. You've got, if they're successful, fam, you've got to be successful, fam, you know what I mean? It's one of them things, fam. There is levels to this thing. There's levels to this thing, fam. You get what I'm saying? So become the person that you want to attract, fam. You know what I mean? You just got to do it. It's one of them universal principles that you have to do. The next one is women testing, so should we. We want to know that. In fact, you know what? I've gone through that already. And sales is like a card game, fam. You get me? You don't want to reveal your hand. You want them to reveal, fam. Sometimes you need to go silent. Sometimes you need to disappear. Sometimes you need to do things that will make them question, does he really like me, fam? Because you want them to reveal their cards, fam. I want to know that they're really into me. You get what I'm saying? I want to see little things that they do to show me. It's no good me doing this shit all the time, you know what I mean? Because she knows, but then I don't know. You get what I mean? And I don't like being in that position. I need certainty. So you do need to do little tests, you know what I mean? So keep your hand close to you and just do it. So what I'm going to say, because I'm going to wrap this up now. So the biggest takeaway from this, fam, I recommend you buy the book. I'm going to put a link in the description. Man, just seeing a dragonfly. I'm going to put a link in the description. And then apply the principles. Start straight away. Don't wait. I waited, fam. Don't do it. I waited 2 weeks. Start straight away. You could just go out. It could be something small. Just go out and just do it. You know what I mean? Just get used to doing it. You know what I mean? Just apply the principle. Don't read the book and just put it down on the shelf. So yeah, man, it's gonna wrap up. Yeah. So yeah, this is Marcus. This is Invest and Prosper. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you know any good watch batteries, please let me know as well, because I need some new ones of them. I'm reading this off the paper because I couldn't remember it. Follow me on Insta, Invest and Prosper 94, and follow me on Facebook at Invest and Prosper. And I just want to say thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and thanks for just giving me your attention, man. Thanks a lot for that, you get me? So boom, yeah, boom, we're out.